video, baby. Would you like to be in the video? Oh, honey. Okay, you can go down. Hello, I'm Cecilia and welcome back to a new Artist Alley vlog that I am filming in my parents' house. It has been a while since I sat down and filmed a YouTube video, and I apologize to all the kind people messaging me and asking me when my new Artist Alley vlogs would be up. Life has been busy and life has been kind of crazy, and in the past months I did a lot. I graduated university, I started a master's degree, a new job, reworked and rebranded my entire small business, and I also had quite some personal health and life struggles. Not that that is an excuse, but because of all of that, I am now multiple cons and almost half a year behind on Artist Alley documentation. Which sucks because I do have new events planned, so honestly I don't know if I'll ever catch up or if I'll ever have time for diversifying content on this channel, but I will try. I promise to catch up with everything. Anyway, it is time we finally reflect on one of the most life-changing Artist Alley experiences I've ever had. I would say that is true because I met a lot of people that still mean a lot to me. I literally made friends, and I feel like I actually started being a part of like the Dutch Artist Alley community. Yeah, so I'm talking about Comiccon Holland in Den Bosch in April 2024, which yes, that is half a year ago, I know. Hi, it's me again. I just wanted to say that before we get into it, I did indeed rebrand my entire small business and shop, and I worked really hard on reopening my shop while I was away on YouTube. And curating whole new collections. So my fairy tale collection and my Christmas collection is up now on my Etsy. You'll find the link in the description. And also, if you want to follow me on a place where I am way more active and where I document cons and events as I go, follow me on Instagram. Anyway, let's get back to the video. So Comiccon Holland, it was the first convention ever that I could not do from home because it was too far away from Leiden, which is where I live. So I had to find a place to stay, and I was very lucky to be able to sleep on the couch of ChibiChaoShop. I will link Mika's stuff below. She's another artist. She's really awesome, and her partner and her were kind enough to take me in for the weekend as they were going to the Artist Alley themselves. I am very grateful for them. They are awesome people and they have been a huge inspiration to me, and I absolutely love this weekend because of them, and I just want to say once again a big thank you. So if you guys are watching, I genuinely adore you guys. Thank you guys so much. Anyway, Comiccon Holland is a pretty big event. It's definitely not the biggest convention in the Netherlands as they are, I feel like, kind of starting out, but it's a pretty big event with lots of signings, photo booths, celebrities and cosplays. And unfortunately the Artist Alley was kind of isolated in the back of like the venue, and even though that hurt sales a little, it did give me an opportunity to meet so many regular con artists and to make friends I actually still speak to today, and I really fit myself into the sphere of the Dutch and European Artist Alley scene. I will tell you all about it when I roll the footage that I recorded during the convention itself, and after that I will come back and we'll talk about finances and bestsellers and experience and stuff like I always do. I mean, my regular viewers know the drill, but I feel like those parts of the video are always very interesting. Yeah. Well, that was a very abrupt cut, for which I'm sorry. I did not really film any segue into the convention footage, but here we are. Some clips are going to be portrait mode because I never really know which clips to use for Instagram and which ones for YouTube. So yeah, I do want to share everything, but if the format's a little off, I'm very sorry. Yes, so here you see me setting up my table. I got to the venue and I realized that I really need a better system to carry my stuff because I come alone and I had a suitcase and 3 big full bags, and that was not ideal, especially as I had to walk like 20 minutes from the station to the venue. Yeah, so if you guys have any suggestions for how to carry Artist Alley stuff easily, please let me know. When it comes to my display, it's honestly kind of hard looking back at this half a year later, because I have come a very long way and my current display looks a lot better. I will put a picture up on the screen. And it's a lot less cluttered, and I also feel like my art style has improved a lot. So overall, I would say that this was not my best display ever. I'm really glad I did this because I definitely learned from my mistakes, and you know, you can only really develop a display and art by trying and seeing what works and what doesn't. And sometimes the best lesson is to just start and go from there. But I did at the time still very much felt like, you know, a newbie, and I felt like my table was maybe cute, but it wasn't really functional. So it was awesome to see so many other artists. This was the first con where I really took the time to scan the entire artist alley. I think this was also the first convention that was just like packed with artists. And I really took that time to look at displays and finding inspiration in others. And yeah, it was just a really educational experience. Here are some clips that I filmed after setting up. I thought I used these for Instagram, so that's why the portrait mode's here. But I already said it, but looking back, it kind of hurts. It was a very unorganized display. It was very chaotic, but it's really nice to see myself improve. I also filmed a little before and after shot, which is always nice. And after that, I went to check on Mika. Her table looked absolutely amazing. And then we went to her house. I didn't film much because we were tired, but yeah, the next morning we woke up happy and excited, and we were walking to the venue here. For this day, I just have some very standard clips of me opening my table, of me walking around the convention floor and sitting behind my booth. And this morning was the morning I met Maria and her partner, my right booth neighbors. And Maria is the owner of SpicyCatCrafts, and we very quickly got talking and we bonded, which was super cool. And I think it was her first real convention. And since this one in Den Bosch, we've been at several shared events multiple times now, which is really fun. She has become my booth buddy, and I feel like we've really become friends, and it's been awesome to speak to her about both small business matters and just about life in general. She makes really cool 3D printed horns and headphone ears, and she works super hard, and I'll leave her links in the description as well. The day started pretty slow actually. It wasn't until around 2 p.m. that more people came into the artist alley. Maybe because it was so tucked back in the building, but yeah, I definitely had a rush of sales in the early afternoon, and people were really nice. I think my general customer age was a lot lower than during any other event I've yet to go to, even like half a year later when I'm recording this video, because most of the time my customers are people my age, so like early 20s. But at this event there were many kids and young teens that spent their coins on like 1 or 2 stickers, and I think that kind of sums up my experience sales-wise, because a lot of people bought something, but the average amount spent was only like $3 maybe. Anyway, I gotta interrupt my story real quick because the day was ending and I visited Mika's stand just before closing, and her stand looks amazing. She does some really awesome ceramics and tote bags and just a lot of cool stuff. That evening I bought pizza for the 3 of us, which Mika and her partner kind of saw as payment for staying at their house, but it really didn't feel like enough because they were so awesome to me, and you know, just food it's not enough to say thank you to you guys. So again, thank you guys. Anyway, day 2 of the convention started, and it was kind of the same as the first day for me. So the average sale was again $3, and I think this was the first convention I really realized that I needed to start making more expensive items. This was the first time I brought some wooden pins, and those are like a little bit more expensive than stickers, of course, and they did really well. Like one of them sold out, as you will see in a later clip, but I was massively underpricing them compared to other artists I saw selling wooden pins. And overall, I think I could have really taken my revenue up a notch if I, 1, didn't underprice, and 2, brought more varied items with some more expensive items as well. Right here you can see that the artist alley was kind of mixed in with a portion of the dealer hall, so there were people selling actually official merchandise of fandoms and companies very close to the artist alley, and I don't like that as much because, you know, artists, we charge more for our stuff because it's handmade and hand illustrated. So there were a few people complaining about our prices because we were next to, you know, dealers that buy in bulk and are able to sell a sticker for like a few cents. I understand why the organizers placed it this way, but it does feel a little bit annoying as an artist, and I heard other artists complain about it as well. At the end of the second day, I decided to just leave my booth for the last hour and browse the artist alley myself. I bought some cool stuff, I met some more people, and then Mika and I decided to go to the Q&A panel of Bonnie Wright, who plays Ginny Weasley in the Harry Potter films, and that was really fun. It was the first time I really left the artist alley and saw how big the event truly was, and how big some of these fandoms are. It's kind of mind-boggling when you think about it all. But yeah, all in all, a perfect conclusion to an awesome time. Hello and welcome back to the future. It's crazy how we can time travel in videos. Anyway, let's talk about the finances of this convention. So let's talk about expenses. The table cost was 199 euros and 65 cents, which is, I feel like, a reasonable table cost, especially when you compare it to like the bigger Dutch Comic-Con events, which easily charge 400 for a table. And then the supply costs, I only had to buy extra sticker sheets because I was fully prepared for Comic Film and Manga Fest, which is the convention I was sick at, which is, I showed you that in my last vlog if you want to know the details. But yeah, I had a lot of products left over and I didn't need to buy or prep much. So yeah, supply costs ended up being only like 9 euros. And the travel was free for me as I have a student card, and the hotel was a free stay at my friend's house, as I told you, and I'm not counting food costs right now because I would have made those costs anyways. So yeah, let's talk about the income. That is obviously the most interesting part. I, as always, made a sales sheet during the convention and I will put that up on the screen right here. So you can see that on the first day of the convention, which was the Saturday, I had a total of 180 euros in sales and 37 customers in total. That makes an average sale of 486, which is not that high, and I talked about it already, but let's talk about it afterwards as well. And then on the Sunday, I had 27 customers, and a total of 123 euros and 50 cents. So that's an average sale of 4 euros and 50 cents, which is around the same as the Saturday. But yeah, that makes the total amount of sales 303 euros and 50 cents. So then we look at the total income if we subtract the supply costs from the sales, which leaves us with 95 euros and 36 cents in profit. But of course, 21% of that will go to taxes. I did want to quickly talk about my overall experience, which by now you probably know has been pretty positive. But I do want to tell you about my experience as an introvert with meeting new people, you know, as someone who really struggles with making friends and feeling comfortable in new spaces. Because for some reason, when I am behind my artist alley table, even when the event is super busy, I do kind of feel at home almost. I cannot really explain why and how, but this small business community has truly changed me and brought me so much confidence. And I bring that confidence with me to like my studies and my actual outside life. And weirdly enough, I'm not scared at all when I talk to my small biz friends and when I talk to customers. I just feel like I'm where I'm meant to be, even if obviously I still have a lot to learn. I grew up in a really competitive classical music scene and I really struggled with all that pressure, and I have started linking art to stress. And you guys and my friends at conventions have showed me that art in whatever form, be it visual or musical or even word art, can be enjoyed and consumed without that stress. And you know, every single artist is unique and you will never find two booths in an artist alley that are exactly the same. And that makes artist alleys very breathable, or like the competition at artist alleys, it makes it very breathable. And of course, I still compare myself to the bigger artists who have made this their life work and, you know, who have this as their full-time job and who live off of the income of online sales and Artist Alley income. And I know I'm nowhere near that. But even talking to those artists, like, they don't try to put me down and tell me I can't do it. They, in anything, encourage me. And everyone is just so supportive, and I feel like a part of my traumatized childhood brain has been healed or cured by you guys. Anyway, very sappy way to end this video, but I wanted to get it out. So, long story short, thank you guys so much. Wow, you made it to the end of this video. Thank you for watching. I hope I can upload my AnimeCon, maybe combined with my AbonaiCon very soon, because it's a fun one with a whole new setup that I'm very happy with and I still use as of recording this. Yeah, and I just want to say I'm very sorry for the irregular uploads. As I said before, if you want to see more of me on a regular basis, follow me on Insta or TikTok because I'm way more active over there. Yeah, don't forget to maybe browse my Etsy if you want to get something for a friend this Christmas season. And yeah, subscribe, like, and leave a fairy tale themed emoji in the comments if you enjoyed this video to let me know you made it to the end. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye! Oh god, I look ridiculous. Hi, hello, I'm Cecilia and welcome back